So welcome everybody. We're so excited that you're here today for this really great program about relaxing and taking an hour for yourself. My name is Mina Jane. I am one of the programming librarians at the Cary Library, and really thrilled to have this one going on. I want to say thank you to our foundation for supporting all of our adult programming, and thank you for participating in these ones that are virtual and a little bit different for us. So I'm going to give it over to Leslie. She is with an organization called With Love and Gratitude. She did a program with us on mediumship early in this year, which was awesome. And I'm looking forward to having a few minutes to just enjoy her talk and to relax a little bit. So without further ado, Leslie.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming. So, hey. With Love and Gratitude is a team of what I like to call dedicated light workers. We act in unison, and our purpose is just to uplift the spirit, and that's my mission today. We are always raising money for charity. We do a lot of free workshops because it's fun for us and we want to give. We do free events whenever possible, and we support a lot of charities. And we always offer our services without remuneration. So should you want to know more about us, it's www.withloveandgratitude.com. I'm delighted to be here at the Lexington Library, virtual. I created this workshop event, whatever we're calling it, because, well, obviously it's a tough time for everybody. There's a lot of stress out there. The stay-at-home orders are starting to wear people down. And a pandemic, I mean, a little rest, a little relaxation needed for everybody. So what we're going to do today, it's in 3 sections. Each one is going to have you feel the sense of relaxation, rest, and restoration in different ways. I'm going to ask you to keep an open mind because you're going to do a couple of things maybe you haven't done before. So I want to start by I want you to check out where you are. I don't mean geographically, I mean internally. How you feeling? What's happening physically? Aches, pains, free-flowing, everything perfect? So just take a moment and check out what's happening inside you. And you might notice if you're breathing. Because sometimes when I ask people to do that, they actually hold their breath. If you find yourself holding your breath, breathe. Very tough to feel nice and relaxed holding your breath. Once you get a sense of where you are physically, what's going on inside, then think about what's happening with your neck. Just take a minute and feel and make note of just your neck area, gently. You might want to take a couple of deep breaths because that often heightens your physical experience. And I'm asking you to do this so at the end of this first exercise, you can do a comparison. So just take about 30 seconds and notice what there is to notice. So we're going to use some firm pressure, not too much, but firm. I'm going to ask you to relax and get comfortable and just follow my instructions. And you might feel a little silly, but the good news is you're at home. You're not with a group of people. Why not be a little silly? The results are going to come at the end, so just bear with me and follow my directions. With your thumb and your forefinger of each hand, go behind the very top of your ear. See where your forefinger's in the back of your ear and your thumb feels the ridge of your ear? And what we're going to do is you're going to take your thumb and you're going to spread it out so that ridge is flattened a little bit. And then you're going to go down just a titch and do it again. Take your thumb and spread your ear out so the ridge flattens. And just trust me a little bit. I know it's a strange thing to do, but we're very slowly going to go down our ear. And breathe. And when you get to the very bottom of your ear, it gets even sillier. You're going to tug 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then you can go back to the top of your ears and you're going to do it again. Nice and slow, just breathing. Whatever your thoughts are, they are. It doesn't matter. Whatever you feel, you feel. Again, it doesn't really matter. Just follow the instructions of slowly taking your thumb across your ear, taking that ridge and kind of flattening out with some pressure. It doesn't hurt. Some of you might even think it feels good to massage your ear a little bit. I'm kind of neutral about the whole thing. And then at the end, you tug 3 times. 3rd time's a charm. We go back to the top of the ear. We do it all over again. Just breathing deeply, allowing your thumb to massage your ear. Not a care in the world. And tug. You can relax your hands. Take a deep breath, gentle and deep. And now feel your neck. Used for thousands of years in China, acupressure applies the same principles as acupuncture to promote relaxation and wellness. Acupressure is an alternative medicine technique. It's based on the concept of life energy which flows through meridians. In treatment, physical pressure is applied to acupuncture points with the aim of clearing blockages. It's an effective stimulation to help relax the muscles. And I think most of you will notice that your neck is looser. Because what you've done is through putting pressure on different points in your ear, you've actually hit all the acupressure points in your neck. The point of this body work is to restore health and balance, opening the body's channels of energy to regulate what Chinese call yin and yang, negative and positive energy. Some proponents claim that acupressure not only treats energy fields in the body, but also mind and emotions and spirit. So I hope you've had that triple experience, but if not, and if there's any questions, by the way, feel free to speak up or to type them. I'd be glad to answer them. So just quickly, can we see hands raised? Anyone feel some relief, some more flexibility? So yeah, nice, isn't it? And so simple. And you know what? You take your hands with you. You can do it anytime you want. By the way, there are hundreds of acupressure points in the ears, which is why we took our sweet time with this little exercise and why we did it 3 times.
Shelley says, wow, it is looser. And Debbie says, mine is too. And Gary says, I usually leave my hands at home.
Yeah, I read that. I didn't know what to say about that. I usually take mine with me. Okay. So everyone take a deep breath. And you've noticed I reference your breath quite a bit. If you want to relax, one of the most easy ways to do it is just to breathe. And you'll notice what happens when people have a panic attack. The first thing you're told to do is take some deep breaths. Not that you're having a panic attack, but. So if you just want to take a minute and make sure you're nice and comfy, we're going to do a guided meditation. It will be a time for you to just relax in every way, physically, mentally, and emotionally. All you have to do is listen to the sound of my voice. Now, in a guided meditation, very often there's imagery. And what I've noticed is some people will see what I describe distinctly and concretely. If you're like me, that doesn't work at all. So I focus on my breath and just let whatever thoughts I have come up and go. If I can follow the words, I follow the words. If I can't, I just breathe. Something happens anyway. For some of you, you will hear it. For some of you, you will feel it. For some of you, you'll think it. We all process differently, and it's all correct. None of that matters. All that matters is how you feel. Because today's all about having you relax a little bit. So just take a couple of deep breaths, and once again, notice what's happening inside you. Interestingly enough, if you let your exhale be a little longer each time, your body usually relaxes a little more. So you can try that for the next 3 or 4 breaths. So now you're comfortable, so you can really relax. I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath while making sure your feet are flat on the floor, or if you're in lotus position, just feel whatever you're sitting on fully supporting you. If your feet are touching the ground, really feel your contact with the ground beneath you. Just concentrate on that for a moment. Taking a couple of more deep breaths, making that exhale just a little longer. So we've started by focusing on our feet. Now notice your toes. You can scrunch them up and then release them. And you notice that brings more attention to your feet. You continue deep breaths and relax your ankles. And now your calf muscles. So simple, all you have to do is breathe right into them. Take a breath and exhale out through your knees, letting relaxation surround your thighs. And as you do all this, you just let thoughts come and go. Just allow yourself to think whatever there is to think. All you have to do is continue listening to my voice, creating with your imagination. Letting the thoughts come and go, no matter what the mind does. It's your time to relax. Nothing on the agenda but taking your next breath. Always coming back to my voice in the imagery. Now with another sweet breath, relax your sit bones and pelvic area. Letting that relaxation surround you from the bottom of your feet right up into your sit bones. You notice that just by suggestion, tension starts leaving your body. Now notice any tension you may have in your back. As you breathe in, notice, and as you breathe out, let those areas relax. and release whatever tension there might be. Letting your spine relax. Letting all those muscles in your back let go. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, that tension just drips away, leaving you more relaxed than when you started. Now your shoulders, you can lift them up high and tight and then release them completely and notice. That feels wonderful. In fact, so good that you might want to do it one more time. Just lift them up, putting some tension into them, and then let them drop. There's a release there. And now we have an opportunity to relax our neck even more just by thinking. I let go of any tension. I relax. There's so many muscles around our jaw, and we're going to relax each and every one. We're going to breathe in and notice, and breathe out and let go. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let go of any tension you're holding in your jaw. And around your eyes. Finally, to the top of your head. Hunch up your shoulders one more time, then gently release your shoulders with a breath and let any remaining tension sink down and flow out. Wonderful. Now, in this state of relaxation, imagine a big white ball of light begin to shine right where your heart is. Just imagine it. And now make it brighter and a little bigger. Take a deep breath and feel the bright white glow. This seems to be the very right temperature to make you feel good. You breathe in that warm white light and you breathe out any tension remaining anywhere in your body or your mind. And you notice, for some reason, as you breathe in this white light, it begins to grow. With your next breath, just watch it glow. It seems to shine even brighter, and the more it shines, the more soothing it becomes, the more relaxing. You have a sense of healing. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, the body releasing remaining toxins, remaining stresses, whatever negativity that happened to accumulate starts leaving. As you inhale, all that bright white light energy expands outward slowly. And it begins filling all the cells inside you, one by one, lighting up. As it extends into all parts of you, so does this soothing, healing feeling. And now you notice with each breath an increased feeling of well-being. As you breathe in, you feel better. As you breathe out, you release. As you breathe in, the brightness of the light magnifies, and so does the sense of relaxation. It's amazing that each breath brings restoration to every cell. You allow the light to fill every cell. You notice you are creating a light stream from your heart source that's reaching to every level of your being. And you revel in that perfectly good feeling. So you can sit in this light for a few breaths, just allowing the feelings of this lovely energy to surround you, to feed you and restore you. Just breathe and enjoy it. This is your time. Just allow and relish in the feelings. Take a deep breath and let the light go. Time to come back. So we're going to just let all that light go and hold on to the feeling of serenity and relaxation. Take a deep breath and move your body just a little, allowing the feeling of your muscles waking up. Some of you might even want to stretch a little bit. Allow your mind to become fully awake and back to the room. And allow yourself to continue feeling relaxed. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, open your eyes fully awake and energized. So, how are you feeling?
Melanie has a question about inhale through mouth and exhale through mouth, or inhale, exhale both through the nose. She has seen it done many different ways.
I've seen it done many different ways. I encourage people when they're in a guided meditation to do what feels best for you. I personally like breathing in through the nose and out through kind of pursed lips, because that deepens my experience of relaxation. I don't know that there's a right or wrong way, because it's about you feeling good, and we're all different. Okay, who's ready for it?
Good, I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah, that was funny. Someone asked how I can unmute the sound.
We figured that out.
Oh, good. Okay. Anyone else have a question or a comment? Okay, so we can move on. I had warned Mina that it is possible that I relax you so much that people don't want to interact, and that's fine. That's the purpose of this, so nice going. All right, so what I want everybody to do is just take a minute, and once again, I want you to do a body scan. And one way to do that is to notice what's happening inside you physically. You know, literally, how do you feel? How do you really feel? Not what word you put on it if someone was walking by and said, hey, how you doing? But how do you feel? Where's the energy flowing? Where's it blocked? Where's the warmth? Where's the cold? What's more intense than someplace else? What do you feel and what do you not feel? Just notice there's no right or wrong. But again, putting attention on your state as we go through our next exercise you'll be able to do a comparison of before and after. When I do a body scan, I just start at the top of my head and I go down and I just notice what my head's doing, my neck, my shoulders, and off we go, straight through the body, down to my toes. And it's almost always different. Then once you get a hang of where you're at physically, then notice what you're feeling emotionally. And then what's happening mentally? Some people have very busy minds. Some people have quieted down because of meditation. Some people are obsessing about whatever. That's what's happening mentally. And now that we have that benchmark, how many of you have heard of serotonin? Serotonin's a chemical that nerve cells produce. Serotonin impacts every single part of your body, from emotions to motor skills. Serotonin is considered the natural mood stabilizer, which is why I picked this exercise. It's the chemical that helps with sleeping, eating, and digestion. EFT, emotional freedom technique, is something that we're going to experience now. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with it. It's also known as tapping. It uses acupressure points, but in a very different way than what we did when we started this, to help you release blockages to treat emotional and psychological issues. So that's one of the reasons I asked you to notice how you felt physically, mentally, and emotionally. So when we're done with this, you can see if there's any difference. So what tapping does, it produces electricity in your body. Someone once used the analogy of a gas grill. When you turn on the grill, it clicks and clicks until it ignites. And the electrical pressure is eventually what produces a spark. So when you tap, and when I say tap, we're going to tap with our fingers, just on our, wherever I tell you to go. We're going to be moving around our body. So when you tap, tap, tap on specific body points, a wave is sent through your connective tissue to parts of your body that's disturbed or experiencing any kind of energy blockage. And you might know it, you might have felt the block, or you might not know it. The energetic wave breaks up the blockage and you feel better. And that's where we put our attention. We're doing this to feel better. Just so people know, EFT has been used for PST, and it's been used in by psychologists, different than what we're doing, a lot more intensive, but for people that have gone through trauma. So there is some science behind EFT. Acupuncture, I'm sure most of you know about acupuncture, and I'm sure some of you have experienced it. It uses needles to apply pressure to energy points, and EFT just uses our fingertips to apply pressure. So I'm going to give you a set of instructions, and once again, you might feel kind of strange doing it, but you have nothing to lose. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to be giving, yeah.
What does EFT stand for?
Emotional Freedom Technique.
Thank you.
Or tapping. If you Google EFT, you're going to get tapping. If you Google tapping, you're going to get EFT. Okay, so we're going to start, and I'm going to take off my glasses. Oh, I can't do that because I have to read. We're going to start. The first instruction is to blink, so that's why I was going to take off my glasses. So what I want you to do is I want you to blink for about 20 seconds. Just blink your eyes for 20 seconds. Yes, you're going to feel strange. Or at least I do. Make sure you continue to breathe. Never, ever hold your breath. That just stops the energy from flowing completely. Okay, now, tilt your head to your left shoulder while bringing your eyes to the left. Tilt head to left shoulder while bringing eyes to left, and tap with your fingers on the right side behind the ear at the curve at the base of the skull. So back here, 8 times or so. Now, tilt the head to the right while bringing the eyes to the right and tap on the left side, same place, 8 times. Repeat again. We're going to do it 4 times each. And no matter if you don't get it exactly right with your counting. 3rd time. Lost count. I think this is our last time. With the head upright, facing forward, on the side of the neck about 2 inches behind the ear, tap 8 times. First on the left, then on the right. And repeat 4 times. Now, with one finger, tap above the upper lip in the center of the nose about 20 seconds. Don't touch your nose. With the fingers of the right hand, tap back and forth, right to left. The indents below the collarbone on the side of the breastbone. So we're going to do that 8 times, 8 times. Four rounds again. Now with your right hand, rub the indent in front of the left shoulder in a circular motion 24 times. That one you kind of have to count. When you're done with the 24, then reverse counterclockwise 24 times. And again, in the ballpark's good enough. I don't want you to get so concerned with being perfect that you forget the point, which is to relax and enjoy. Okay, now using the fingers of the right hand, I want you to rub below the breastbone. It's maybe 2 inches above your belly button in a circular motion 24 times, clockwise, and then reverse 24 times, counterclockwise. So right hand below breastbone, a couple inches above belly button, 24 times clockwise, 24 times counterclockwise. And when you're finished, sit quiet and take 6 deep breaths in the nose and out the mouth. Take your time with the breath and really notice how you feel. One of the problems I have with teaching this is I get so mellowed out. Then I have to come back. So how's everybody doing? Serotonin. It's actually been authorized for treatment of war veterans. And some of the benefits have been proven scientifically for anxiety, depression, physical pain, and insomnia. So it has some legitimacy. I'd be curious if anyone can feel, besides feeling calm, does anyone feel happy? Is anyone smiling or laughing? Let's say I see a couple of people smiling. Oh, I see someone cracking up. There we go. I see some people that I know too.
Patricia says it's awesome, and she's smiling. And Gary says he is now.
I am now. I've done it in a group where someone starts laughing and the whole place cracks up. So maybe we just need to get it going. But I'm hoping that these techniques have put you into a new space. So does anyone have any questions?
You can, at this point, unmute yourselves if you want to ask a question, or you can continue to send notes through chat, and I can ask Leslie as well. So feel, like I said, just feel free to unmute.
So my question is, the first exercise where we did the ears, it
Yeah.
really noticeably relaxed my shoulders and upper. But by the time we were doing the next one, the tension was back. So how anything that lasts a little longer?
I would say do it again. Just do it again. See what happens. Maybe you have to do it a couple of times, 3 times, 4 times for it to last a little longer. It is not a cure-all. I've done acupuncture before, and eventually it works. Sometimes it takes a long time, so you might need repeated treatments, but it should give you relief. I'm no medical person. In fact, I play with the metaphysical. I have no basis in medical information, so I can't counsel you on how to remove pain. I can just tell you that I do, and my neck always feels better. So if it were me, I just do it again. Also, you're welcome. Thank you for the question. You can also, if you want to share your experience, you're welcome to. Anybody else?
I think you're right. I think we're all just so relaxed now.
So I want to reinforce to everybody that breath is probably the primary way for you to put yourself in a different space. And I can prove it to you. When you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, when you find yourself feeling any tension whatsoever, when you've been put on hold for 15 minutes and have no idea if they're ever going to get to you, when you're waiting in line at Wegmans for who knows how long, they got the longest lines I've ever seen. If you just put your attention on your breath, let your mind think whatever it needs to think. People try to control their thoughts. I don't know about you, but when I do that, it never works. It never works. Instead, if I just put my attention on my breath, my mind calms down automatically. Something happens organically. So even though I've given you 3 techniques, and even though a lot of you are all blissed out right now, it all starts with the breath. And when you hold your breath, you're encouraging your body to feel tension and anxiety. It's through the breath that we move through our emotions, and it's holding the breath that we trap emotion. So I want to leave you with that. And one more time before I say goodbye, I want to pitch With Love and Gratitude, www.withloveandgratitude. I'd like to say thank you to the Lexington Library for having me and the foundation. They support all these programs. And I want to say thank you to all of you, because it wouldn't be any fun without you. I hope I've served you well. Thank you so much for participating. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy it.
I have a quick question, one more question.
Sure.
I
Sure.
read reflexology was listed in the description of your talk. I think it was. Maybe not.
I did not use the word reflexology.
Okay.
But another technique that works well.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
To those that are thanking me, it's my joy and my honor and my pleasure. I founded With Love and Gratitude to do work like this, and I have never looked back. It's an honor. So thank you, everyone.
Thank
Stay
you.
well,
Thank you,
stay healthy. You, your family, and all your loved ones, may they stay safe and healthy. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Leslie. It was
You're
wonderful.
welcome.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Leslie.
I am going to go take a nap now, for the record.
Go,
I was
Gary,
feeling
go.
a little tired before, but now I'm like halfway there. So
I don't think you're alone.
thank you very much.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.